Good evening, one and all. I'm your VibeMistress Stephanie Renee, joined as always by my co-hostess with the mostess, Shareese.
Good
And we are
evening.
welcoming you to tonight's edition of I Heard That. And tonight is a very special occasion. So I hope that you have come with your libation, whether it is adult or dry. It was all welcome
I can't be
because,
sipping on camera now. We already
well,
know how light a weight I am, so
yeah, we won't get into those
no, we
stories.
won't.
But tonight is a very special anniversary. We have invited all of you who are joining us live to share in the celebration because we are on the eve of Soul Sanctuary's 22nd anniversary, which is a really big
Wee.
deal. And so in honor of that occasion, and because we want to make this a listening party for real tonight, I challenged Shareese to select some of her favorite Posse cuts. Now, if that sounds crazy to you and you don't know what I'm talking about, these are the songs where there is a main artist and usually a whole bunch of their famous friends
Yes.
join them on a song around the theme, and everybody has a good time, and it is kind of slightly competitive about who has the best verse or the best line, that kind of thing. So
Yes.
there's a lot of material out there to choose from, and I think you will see that tonight we're giving you a very broad swath, as
Yes.
they say, of musical entertainment.
I love the idea of a posse cut because like you said, it's like you get 7 or 8 for one. You get like most of the time the people who are on the track are like on par with each other. So somebody is gonna be your favorite, and then they got a whole bunch of other favorites with them. Sometimes even just three, you know.
Yeah.
And so I love a good posse cut.
And I will say that, Shareese and I do our darndest on most occasions not to repeat ourselves
Yes,
in terms of the songs we share, but that rule is relaxed tonight.
yes,
Because this whole idea, there are definitely, I think I picked at least one song that I've shared before when we did a show on remixes. And, so this is,
it's
it's a party.
okay. It's okay because two songs that I didn't choose were popped up in my head when I was considering songs, but I was like, let me see if I can just find something else. If I can't, then I'll do this one again because there are so many songs that really like fall under the umbrella of a posse song that are great, iconic songs. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I'm like, I know I have at least a couple that I could just throw in there, but let me just see if I can find something else. And I think I was able to not repeat, but listen, half of my songs were going to be repeats, literally half. So I was like, let me
But
just try a little harder.
that is okay because, like you said, this whole idea of getting a whole bunch of bang for our selections is definitely encapsulated in this whole concept of posse cuts.
Right.
And your first song that we're going to cue up tonight is one that has been very much in conversation recently because there was I guess how things go viral and then people kind of pull folks into stuff, but there was a rediscovery of the fact that some great producer, because we talk all the time about bad producers when it comes to award shows, some great producer of the American Music Awards
Yes.
decided that they were going to allow them to bring all of these men
Yes.
together to perform this song live.
Yes. And that's where if you watched it live, like I know we both watched it live.
Yes.
Um, in the 90s, the American Music Awards was still like, popping like that.
Yes.
And this particular song was so good in and of itself because of the level of talent that was on it. It was like on the order of a We Are the World, but
Right.
for 90s R&B male singers. Like anybody singing R&B during that era of the 90s was on this song, and for good reason, because the theme of the song is men encouraging other men to believe in themselves. It's an uplifting song, encouraging song. And I'm telling you, when I hear it, I get chills. When I hear the recorded version, I get chills. When I hear the live version, I get chills. And the funny thing is that you mentioned competition on a posse track. And when they was singing live, you could feel that competition, and you could feel who was like, I'm trying to be up in, y'all gonna hear this, y'all gonna hear my part, because every part was like so short. So it's like, I gotta make my part count. And
Yes. A couple of people, of course, because of their stature in the industry, got a chance to repeat. So they didn't just have a one and done. They got
yes,
they got a
yes.
chance to air it out a little bit.
Right. This song was actually written by D'Angelo along with a couple other people, but notably D'Angelo wrote the song. And I feel like I needed to, I didn't look again, I didn't look closely enough at the credits again, but I feel like Gerald Levert and Brian McKnight had something to do with it. Maybe Brian McKnight arranged it. That's what it feels like.
Yep.
But exactly, Thomasina. Tevin was like, I'm first, but anyway. This is one of those songs. It's a feel-good song. It's so relevant to it right now today, when we know that Black men need to be uplifted, shown that they are reminded that they are valuable to us and invaluable in our lives, our communities, and in our households. And so this song it's on the soundtrack for Jason's Lyric, which, hello, the whole movie was about, young men struggling in as some of them stumbled into adulthood, and the struggle of having a family member who you can't bring along with you on the good side, and they fighting to be on the bad side, but don't want to be, but can't help it because they just haven't gotten to the point where they're allowing themselves to evolve.
It is a Black classic that you should have punched on your Black card. However, that does not mean that it was a great movie. It's just something that you should have seen, or especially because of the era that we are speaking about. That's just one that you need to have tucked away in your, yes, I have seen it.
I've seen it. Yes. I don't feel a craving to watch it again, but I do know that I'm glad that I saw it. And we're doing posse cuts tonight. So at first you think hip hop, but posse cuts don't have to be a rap song. It can be an R&B song. And we already know we have huge posse cuts that I will bring. I don't know Stephanie's song, so I don't want to spoil anything in case I start speaking the song that she chose. So, as we go along, I will remind you of some other posse cuts that are not actually hip hop songs. So, but this one is one of them, and written by D'Angelo, arranged by Brian McKnight, apparently. And I feel like Gerald Levert has something to do with it. And from the Jason's Lyric soundtrack, we have Black Men United with You Will Know.
Yes. Sing along.
You're gonna get chills.
When I was a young boy, I had vision of fame. They were wild and they were free, and they were blessed with my name.
And then I grew older, and I saw what's to see, that the world is full of pain, and my dreams, they left me.
And then I got stronger inside of the pain.
That's when I picked up the pieces, and I regained my name.
And I fought hard. I heard that.
First of all, that's a great way to get us started this evening.
Yes,
But
I love this song.
I hope that you all were looking at the CD single cover to see the list of names of everybody that was singing on that song, because there are some names on there that perhaps you didn't know were involved because they did not have a solo line.
Right.
And I clutched the pearls when I saw it again because I did not realize that Usher was on that song.
Yeah, Usher
I'm
was
like,
one of the live singers on the AMAs.
I mean, I only saw the clip. Like, it's been a long time since I've seen it all the way through. But
Yeah.
I'm like, how did they get away with not
Keith
giving
Sweat
Usher?
too. Keith Sweat was on there too. You wouldn't even recognize it because he sings a teach. Well,
that one little thing, right?
They knew not to.
7. I mean, yo, intro.
Boys and Men were in it. Yes,
Kenny
intro.
Green, rest in peace. You know what I mean? Like, there were some high power vocals involved in that song.
Yes, all of them. They had Elder Bard singing lead. They had, of course, Gerald Levert singing lead.
Right.
They had Joe, my boo.
I know you love Joe.
Ooh, I love me some Joe. They had
Christopher Williams,
Melvin, and Kevon Edmonds.
Yeah.
Tony was all in there. Aaron Hall.
And wait. Tony. And on that live version, Raphael didn't sing.
He did not
sing that line.
Yes, he did. Yep. Raphael sang it on the studio version, and then Dwayne sang it live. Yep.
I had to put Thomasina's up just as a quick sidebar. If you all don't follow Lenny Kravitz on Instagram, today he posted a video of him not burpees. What did they call them? I forget what they call the move, but anyway, with whatever weight he was lifting, he was doing deadlifts up and incline on a thing in a muscle shirt, leather pants, and motorcycle boots.
What? He can't wear regular clothes.
So special.
That man ain't got no sneakers.
So special.
That man ain't got no sneakers. He ain't got no sweatpants. He ain't got no basketball shorts. He got leather pants and boots. That's it. That's all you're gonna get ever. He like, I gotta work out. Oh, wait. Sharon is on here. Sharon, I hope you did not leave already. That's another one who don't have
no workout clothes. No regular people clothes.
Sharon and I went to the same physical therapist last year. When I would go to physical therapy, you would think I was going to the gym. I had on gym clothes. As we all know, Sharon is my couturier. She's the designer.
She's the designer extraordinaire.
She wear her clothes. She was wearing her clothes to physical therapy. The flowing dragon. I was like, you don't get this stuff caught in the bike. She didn't wear no sneakers. She had on her sliding mule, the flat slide things, the fashionable stuff. I said, Sharon, I didn't come here to sweat, but that's her and Lenny Kravitz is in the same boat. You ain't never gonna see no workout clothes on either one of them. Okay.
Well, listen, I applaud fabulosity. And if it ain't hurting nobody, Sharon, do you. And wear all of your gorgeous garments and make people run up to you and ask you where you got it from. And then you can break it all the way down for them and tell them you made it. And then they can buy your clothes.
Well, you know, I ran the resume to all the people in the physical therapy office. I never looked like I wore her clothes because of what I say I wore. But she did. So listen, I had to show them pictures of me in the clothes. That's no, because I sweat very, very. I sweat. She don't sweat like me. Ain't no way I'm wearing them clothes to no physical therapist and sweat them all up. That wasn't gonna happen. But yeah,
I understand. It's all good. It's all good.
They the same.
But if you are just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's episode of I Heard That, our theme is posse cuts. So all the songs we're going to hear tonight are going to feature lots of famous, wonderful, gifted people. But
Yes.
it's also in celebration of Soul Sanctuary's 22nd anniversary, which takes place tomorrow. So that's the reason why it's like we're going to bring the whole gang to help us celebrate, whether it's on record or in the live chat. Everybody's welcome. We hope you have a little bit of libation. I have my adult beverage here, and we are just going to continue the party as we move along. Now, Shareese gave you the brother version of probably one of the ultimate posse cuts, just because of the number of people involved.
Yes.
And so every time I hear You Will Know, I feel obligated to play the next song. Also from a movie soundtrack, the movie Panther, and the counterpart to You Will Know, because this song features all women artists, all Black women artists, and it is so indicative of the 90s. So just like, I'm always looking for a photo to go along with the music as we're playing it for you all that is sort of indicative of the time and the artist. So you get drawn into that. But what was really interesting is because these posse cuts have so many people involved, it's not often that you're going to find a photo that has everybody that was involved in the project, but these CD covers or album covers or vinyl labels give you the stats on the song, and then we get a photo that is in some way indicative. So I want you all, however, if you're looking on your phone, it might be real small. You might have to watch it on the replay. But if you can see the names of all of the artists that were involved in this track, and there will be some, if you all are millennials or younger, there are probably going to be people in the credits of this song that you have never heard of. This is all the way 90s, y'all. It's all the way 90s in the personnel of this track. But it is also an opportunity to really celebrate some women who put some skin in the game, because it has not always been Instagram, social media, viral famous that gives you huge amounts of following or whatever. Some of these artists got signed to a label by a wing and a prayer, and they were out here in these streets hustling. And during the 90s, it's really important because movie soundtracks often broke an artist and gave them an audience, the beginnings of an audience before their projects were ever released. And we all know, as the way that major labels have gone, that sometimes you only heard of people on a movie soundtrack and they never got a chance to release an album. So personnel really matters. And this one I think is really interesting. So I am pleased to bring to you once again, because I know I played this one for you before, but again, from the movie soundtrack of Panther, directed by, I want to say it was Mario Van Peebles who directed it, starring Marcus Chong as Huey P. Newton. This song is called Freedom, the Black Bag Mix.
We will not bow down to racism. We will not bow down to injustice. We will not bow down to exploitation. I'm gonna stay. Soul. Yo, half the story has never been told. Ladies, you got to demand what you want, and what we want is respect, right?
Come and take a walk with me, closer walk with thee, see what only I can see.
Sisters, check this, watch this. Turn us loose, set us free from all the chains that bind me. Let us run in our own direction.
you and pray some other
All these
guys.
lies and all this propaganda that you want us to take, we're gonna take out. Freedom for my mind, freedom for my I heard that.
Yes.
Did you see that list?
I couldn't even get through it, honestly.
So, I mean, first of all, there are a bunch of people who only in the 90s were you going to hear of them. Like reading that list again, I was like, oh my Lord, like groups I had completely forgotten about. Rajane, female, Vibe, and
My girl,
then
my girl Malira was on there. She is so underrated as a vocalist.
Malara, Shantae Savage,
Yes,
Thomasina pointed out, Tanya Blunt, who is now part of the Warren Treaty. Listen, but again, voices, when you read the list, you're like, they didn't get a line. Now, I love Karen Wheeler. I appreciate hearing Karen Wheeler's voice sprinkled all through that.
yeah.
But I was like, I can't pick out Mary J. Blige. They didn't toss a bone to Layla Hathaway. Yeah, like, for real? I'm just saying.
I think when stuff like that happens, it's who was available to come when it was time to record stuff. I think schedules had to play a part in who got, who was able to be featured on the song, because there's just so many people, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I think whenever there's songs like that are planned, not like the big Posse song, which I don't want to speak because I don't want to pre-spoil again. But yes, the if it's planned out, then people know their schedules ahead of time and they know, oh, I'm not gonna be able to sing on it, but I'll sing on I won't be able to sing the solo, but I can sing with the rest of the folks, or vice versa. I can't sing with the rest of the folks, but if you want me to do a solo part, I can, because I'm available,
Right, yeah.
That type of thing. That's the only way that's the only way I'm able to, explain why Layla Hathaway.
Right.
Where?
So I mean, I
think I did hear her sing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So she was in, but I mean, I was also, I remember, because we're talking about late 90s now.
Right.
I was very shocked and wonderfully surprised that Queen Latifah got to sing. So, like, you know what I mean? Because this is why she ended up leaving Tommy Boy. Tommy Boy didn't want her to sing.
He didn't want her to sing. Yep.
So she was in there doing her thing. But I mean, there are a lot of high-powered vocalists that were listed on that thing that did not have a discernible solo. And so I just think that's really very interesting.
Well, it's still a good song.
It is a good song. It's a great song, and a song that a lot of people, I mean, how many people own the Panther soundtrack besides me? Not many. And so there are a lot of people who have never heard that song. So I know, see, and again, this whole thing about being from DC, WHUR played it. But I don't know that a lot of radio stations ever really shared it either. You know what I mean? So it's just
I know that I heard it. I've heard it more. I know that, I don't know if I heard it on regular rotation on the radio, but I know the song. You know what I mean? And I don't think I have the soundtrack. I don't think I do. But yeah, so it might have been played up here because it is
Right.
we do have Mary J. Blige, Queen
Right.
Latifah, and those on there. So New York stations might have played it more so than DC stations.
Right.
Maybe.
But I'm also a very big India Davenport
Oh
fan.
yeah,
So like
I love her.
all kinds of stuff going on with that track. But the next we are now moving into our hip hop posse cut space. And of course, I expected you to pick this one, so my feelings weren't
Yeah.
hurt when it ended up on your list. But when you talk about not necessarily competitive, but just hip hop royalty,
Mm-hmm.
the whole concept of the remix was really elevated to the stratosphere with this particular song.
And it's crazy because one of these guys is on probably my top 3 posse cuts of all time ever, bar none. And rightfully so, because I just love me some him. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Listen, the talent is off the charts for me. But on this track, everybody is off the charts. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
So this is a
absolutely.
posse cut. This is a posse cut that is like 2 posses and a GDI mixed all together. Okay, we got we got Flip Mode, we got Bad Boy,
Yep.
and we got Def Jam LL, who kills it on. First of all, that's another LL is another person who does not come up enough
Right.
in conversations about lyricists, MCs. We don't talk about LL Cool J.
But that's because he's moved so firmly into the actor realm.
Yeah, but before he did, he was doing this.
You listen, I'm with you. I am totally with you on this.
His song,
and I played. I think I had to buy the Bad album. I'm Bad out probably 3 times because back then it was cassettes and I was running it in the ground and they would pop.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like his albums, you literally could play it through as if you were listening to a vocalist. His LL don't come up enough in these conversations about top MCs, but that's why they grab him for stuff like this.
Yes.
And then he blows it out the water. So this is a bad boy artist, Craig Mack, who is wild because he had a few songs. The original song "Flavor in Your Ear" was a banger, and then they turned around and flipped it on his ear and threw Biggie and Busta Rhymes and Rampage and LL on this remix, and it is iconic. Do you hear me? It's iconic, and my boy Busta is he Busta's another one who tears these remixes apart, and there absolutely is competition when they do this. If you hear these artists, the hip hop artists, the real MCs talking about doing songs together, it don't even have to be a remix. Just if they on a track together, they are like, did he send his part yet? Let me see what it is. They don't want to submit their thing until they hear the other one, because if they hear it, then they go like, I got to do it again. Sometimes they got so much respect for each other. They be like, well, I can't top that, so here you go, just take what I got. There's always, I thought Thomasina said, I don't know why I thought Thomasina said Busta Rhymes was her cousin, because I was about to get in my car, go to the house, like, you about to go. I really did.
So for those of you at home who do not have immediate access to the live chat, I need to show you what gave Shareese pause.
Listen, I love Busta. All the ways.
We could have a whole separate side conversation exactly about the proper way to spell the word.
Okay. So as I mentioned, this song, this next posse cut is a combo of 2 posses and 1 GDI, and it became hip hop gold, if you will, and
Yes.
it is called "Flavor in Your Ear," the remix
Yes.
by Craig Mack
And
and
friends.
friends.
Come out and play. I know we had to do a remix, right?
Niggas is mad, I get more butt than ashtrays. Fuck a fair one, I get mine the fast way. Ski mask way, nigga ransom notes. Far from handsome, but damn a nigga tote. More guns than roses, foes is shaking in their boots. A visible bully, like the gooch, disappear, vamoose, you whack to me. Take them rhymes back to the factory. I see the gimmicks, the whack lyrics, the shit is depressing, pathetic. Please forget it. You're mad cause my style you're admiring. Don't be mad, UPS is hiring. You should have been a cop, fuck hip hop. With that freestyle, you're bound to get shot. Not from Houston, but I rap a lot. Pack the gat a lot, the flame's about to drop.
Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm just kicking new flavor in your ear. Like a brand new flavor in your ear. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear. Word up, no rap, no crap, you bore me. One to grab my dick, too lazy, hold it for me. I'm straight rap great, bust the head straight and dreads, I'm everlasting. Like it's so on pro catch, a tech 9, when I rhyme, thus I climb, word is mine. Your album couldn't fuck with one line. It's been 3 years since your last tear, but now I reappear, your heart pumps fear. To your gut, did your girl's butt. I scraped it, shaped it, now she won't strut. I smash teeth, fuck your beef, no relief. I step on stage, girls scream like I'm Keith. You won't be around next year, my rap's too severe, can get bad flavor in your ear. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear. Like a brand new flavor in your ear. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear.
2194, mad motherfucking hardcore. It's my time to burn, to explore. The flavor in your ear is the Boy Scout. I make outs, I make other rappers have doubts. You're fucking with the wrong clan and the wrong man, that's it. Now you got to get your dome split. I'm going into my knapsack with my gat. Take off my hat, yes, I'm just cool like that. The dangerous, the ruggedness from the flappers abyss. BLS 97 kiss bastard it. I'm gonna live long in this rap game. Niggas know my name, yo, Puffy.
Burn 'em in the flame. You're jingling, baby. You're jingling, baby. Hit shit. Blotitious, skeevy, delicious. Give me couscous, love me good. Damn, Hollis to Hollywood, but is he good? I guess like the jeans. Flavor like praline, sick daddy, I mean. Papa love it when he does it. Niggas buzz it. But tell me, was it really just the flavor that be clogging your ears? The most healthy behavior is to stay in the clear. It's all for you, it's really all for you. Hunch back, close your eyes, try to munch that. Oil up your ankles, let your Timbs tap. Bite the flavor, it reacts to your gold caps. Word to mama, a tongue kiss up piranha, electrocuted barracuda. I'm here to bring the drama.
Yo, flavors in your ass grease. Bust the rhymes about to bring the noise on cease. Let me loose from the belly of the beast. Everybody, hey, you better believe it's Busta Rhymes the way we bout to rip the tri-state, yo. Hey, I split your face and give you stitches. Throw niggas in ditches, slap the ass on fat bitches. Wait 1 second, if I get down, I'm rolling with the heavyweight connect through the stomping ground now. Don't you get suspicious, grant your wishes every time. Bring it vicious when I bust around. I know one thing the whole world is expecting is how we all connected. To break fool on the same record. 5 new flavors on the beat, feel the fucking heat. I really think you should be cheap while we blow up the street. Instead of copping, please just freeze. Maintain the focus while we smoke these marijuana trees. When I get down, I disappear, reappear and blow up everywhere. Fucking with these flavors in your ear. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear. Like a brand new flavor in your ear. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new
If you sit still while that song is on, something inside you is dead. It's just there's no way. That beat hits too hard, the rhymes is great. Like there's no way that you should be able to.
Everybody's neck should be loose. I mean,
Precisely.
you can't help it.
Precisely.
I love Busta.
Yeah. I mean, he's incredibly gifted.
And so creative. Like he just ain't about to do nothing regular. You know what I'm saying? So I just love him.
I agree. There needs to be an animated one.
I believe stuff like that is coming. You know, animated emojis, that's coming. Of course, it's got to. They tired of these gifts. You got to search for a gift. Now you just use the emojis. They're gonna expand them, and we're gonna have a daggone. They're gonna be animated too.
Yes, indeed. So there's no way to counter that one, but I have a special place in my heart for the production talent of the Neptunes.
Yes.
And even more than just what they were able to achieve in terms of creating a whole skater sound that evolved into being like a foundational sound of hip hop, because it was most certainly skater boy music.
Absolutely.
When it first came out, and then all of a sudden people were like, "Oh, y'all like that?
Right.
Let me do that." Right. And so it turned into a whole thing. But Pharrell in particular has also been unapologetically a fan of other people's music.
Yeah.
And has gone on to produce songs for other artists that he legitimately just loves. People that he just listens to in his spare time. And then you get the opportunity to create music for them, which I think is just a beautiful, wonderful thing. So I had to go back to, because I think I also played this one on a remix show, a song that, the same way that Shareese has special love in her heart for Michael Jackson, I have special love in my heart for De La. And there was no way I was going to be able to do a Posse Cuts show and not have De La involved. But I wanted to, again, get sort of maximum output for the De La appearance I was going to use on this. So I went to this remix, which is of a Nerd song that appears on their debut album In Search Of. But of course, this is now the remix. So this is the Native Tongues remix of She Wants to Move, which also features Common, Q-Tip, Mos Def, and De La.
Nice.
If you've never heard it, prepare to head nod, shake a booty, all the things with this one.
She move. I like the way she turned around, but somehow still face me. A sweet girl, was tasty. For the cash, she dashed like Stacy. Said she wanna move from there on some Little John. All she knew was told her act like pimp in the game, having to act like inside she was black as a fro. The scene of a queen on the booty shake scene. Scene with a chick, a dude to make green. Change colors, change cities, change dreams. You could be in the game, but you need to change teams. We both on paper, so we in the same jeans. It'll pop, you ain't gotta go mainstream. So get with this rebel thing and let's move.
Hey mister, look at your girl. I housed her, and she gone. Now don't you know that? I housed her, don't you know that? I housed her, don't you know that? I housed her, and she gone now.
And that's how I feel. You ain't checking your dame that I will. She got a secret that her body can't hold. She got close to the base and let it go. High tide level out so they flow. Set it down on freak radio. Push it up till I end to the show. On the octave full stereo. What it is, where you at, here we go. Double down and they up till they ho. Lights down, lights up, Maribel. Super duper fly, supernatural. Hips in a twist, stars on a boat. Staring across the room, acting like you know. Like they won't stop.
from all the sleeping on the fact that your ladies invested into the mind games more than that. Myself, but wealth's not the reason. It's my poor. Have you any? Hardly. Oddly enough, I wanna get in between her like dots between them letters. Any? R.D. She just wanna be free. Submerge herself completely within. On the floor from alpha to end. Lend me your ears, my countrymen. Cause this city boy has no fears. Rep NY every day, all year. But I rep in the name of my love for how you move. And a chance of you backing it up to make me.
Hey yo, beat it, boardwalk, she ain't property. Parked her place on my monopoly. 16 candles, she blew me in my birthday suit. I wouldn't have thought it with them bracelets on. Asics on, she a little athletic, but he's goaltender, swatting shots, playing in my game. Watching her watching me. She that old mag and old tag, spray can sexy. The colors got dang, calling the truth. Make a married man go chase the life and vacate his faith and go browse for proof. But your shop's got dates in front of the basics. The measurements thicker than Posse me. You possibly define a one-night stand, but I won't know because of your man.
Hey mister, look at your girl. I housed her, and she gone. Now don't you know that? I housed her. Don't you know that? I housed her. Don't you know that? I housed her, and she gone now.
Escort your honey dip to the native tongue show. She's an abstract freak and you didn't even know. The lights go down, her body hits the ground. Clearly she's affected by the Q-tip method. Her jungle brother shirt is the stealing of her heart. How much you wanna bet more than her brow is wet? How far you gonna go to block the lady flow? She just wanna move, why must you bust a groove? I didn't even mention that the tail is Titanic. I didn't wink back when she winked, so don't panic. Pretty Guinevere with her hands in the air. One more drink, my shit stay there. Don't be the jelly bean whose color turns green. Be the proud man, let go of her hand. Let her get more to the floor, on the floor, to the to get after the after.
Hey mister, look at your girl. I housed her, and she gone. Now don't you know that? I housed her. Don't you know that? I housed her. Don't you know that? I housed her, and she gone. Now, hey mister, look at your girl. I housed her, and she gone. Now don't you know that? I housed her. Don't you know that? I housed her. Don't you know that? I housed her, and she gone now.
I heard that.
That was straight fire.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it. That's one of those. That's one of the for those of you who work out, that is an excellent treadmill song.
And that's an excellent driving song if you're on the highway, because
Yeah, on the highway only. Yes. So yes, I'm glad you liked it. All right, we're here to please tonight with these posse cuts. This is all about the party.
Yes.
The coming together of folks, because tonight, in case you haven't heard, we're now going into our second half of the program. Our theme tonight is posse cuts because tomorrow is officially Soul Sanctuary's 22nd anniversary. I can hardly believe it.
22 years.
22 years. My idealistic self having a vision for what was at the time a venue. It was a club.
Yep.
And what kind of vibe I wanted in the space. And then things happened and I found it necessary to take the name and to incorporate it as a nonprofit arts education foundation. And so, this show, which I love, that is 2 years and some change old now, is one facet of what the entire vision of Soul Sanctuary is all about. So if you've never been to our website, tonight is a perfect excuse for you to go and see what we do beyond this video streaming show, beyond the audio streaming things that you might be familiar with. Also, there's a whole vision for what Soul Sanctuary is here for. And it is to uplift, to basically, as that always, it's about the preservation and proliferation of positive soulful expression. So there's all different kind of ways that we do that. And tonight it's about the music though. Since the timing was really bad to try and do an in-person party,
Yeah,
this is our online party.
that's
And you've
right.
been invited to join in with us, and that's what these posse cuts represent. And Shareese's next selection represents an area of the country. We just played nerd, right? So, this whole idea of VA
Yes,
and what they have brought to the musical conversation
yes.
is another place, space, and level of contribution that we don't give enough love to. And so I was
Absolutely.
very happy when Shareese suggested this particular song for tonight.
I think people are so used to, either it's East Coast, the conglomerate, East Coast, just a blanket, or West Coast, or now South, dirty South hip hop. They forget that East Coast ain't just New York. Virginia played, I mean, in the 90s. Come on now. People don't remember that we had our girl Missy Elliott coming out of Virginia, Timbaland coming out of Virginia, and I had all but submitted all my songs. It was hard enough, and then I have to step away from YouTube and listening to everything, but I let myself slip, and I was like, oh, I had to change because I had to show appreciation to this posse, which
And I had
is
it. I was excited because neither one of us had to go buying anything this week because I had this song. And I was like, yeah, I get to pull
see
it
what I'm
out.
saying? It was meant to be. It was meant to be. This is a song that is officially a Timbaland and Magoo song. But it's a posse song because everybody that's on it. And in the video is so good. You gotta watch the video. But I especially wanted to, now the song that I kind of bumped because of this song also had major loss in hip hop for us.
Yeah.
But this posse, this VA posse has lost a few.
Yeah.
We've lost a few people from this one little pocket of talent, including Aaliyah, who passed in August of 2001, and Static Major, who passed in February of 2008. Magoo, who passed away just this past last September 2023. Now, I just want to speak a little bit, if I may, on Static Major.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that Static Major was a part of an R&B group, Player. Player. I'm almost sure that's what it was. But not only that, this man wrote some of your favorite songs from the 90s, early 2000s. Now I know everybody's guilty. One of everybody's guilty pleasures, and some people ain't even guilty about it, is Pony by Genuine. Static Major wrote that song, people. He wrote mad songs for Aaliyah. Almost her entire that last album that she did with Rock the Boat and More Than a Woman. He wrote 99.999% of the songs on that album. And so again, Try Again, Rock the Boat, More Than a Woman. And guess what else he wrote, y'all? That I bet you didn't know. I bet you didn't know this. He wrote Lollipop for Lil Wayne.
I did not know that.
Static Major.
I give Wayne.
I didn't know either.
I give Wayne grace because he's a Libra. He's a Libra from New Orleans. So I used to be very judgy, and I have forced myself to wind it back. And part of the reason why I've wound it back on him is because of the song he did on Solange's first album.
And what was that?
It is for us. I'll get the exact title of it, but his verse.
I ain't gonna know it though. But
no, but his verse on that talks a lot about why he approaches life the way he does. Between that and his interview with Katie Couric, I was like, okay, you've been through some stuff that I can't even imagine, and so I'm gonna give you grace because you know we've all had these moments where you know.
I try with Lil Wayne too. Like I don't really I know a few of his songs. The ones that I know I like. I like Lollipop. Static Major wrote it. I never knew. Static Major and he died like suddenly in 2008. You know, like out of nowhere, very young, and I think he was in his 30s. I have to look again, but very young, passed away. And like I said, Magoo just passed away in September, and we all know when Aaliyah passed, it was a national tragedy.
And we were on vacation.
Yes, listen. I was like, everybody, stay still till I get back, please, because we have had losses while we have been vacationing. Lisa Left-Eye Lopez in New Orleans. Jazzy Jeff. Oh Lord, Jazzy Jeff still here. Jazz Master Jay.
Yes.
When we were in Jamaica, was killed. So, and then of course Aaliyah when we were away again. It's like I just want everybody to stay still. I don't want nobody leaving here when we go away. Okay, but Static Major was a major a major contributor to the 90s R&B hip hop type of, and definitely to this to the whole Timberland, Missy Elliott, VA conclave. I mean, huge. This man wrote almost all of Aaliyah's catalog on those last, I want to say, couple of albums that she did for sure. So this song here is a good party song. I love it. I love it. I love it. The video is so good. And that's the reason why it bumped the other song that was a shoo-in for me until I made a mistake on YouTube and was like, oh, I got to get this one in here. And it is called Up Jumps the Boogie.
Yes.
Timberland and Magoo.
We gon' show you how we party. We gon' show you how we party. We gon' show you how we party. We gon' show you how we party.
I fiend for all beats like girls jump for dicks. Don't salt the next man, keep that Lindbergh shit. Up in the cut like gay niggas in butt. I'm black with Indian, my race should be nut. I cut with razor blades, play spades with Aunt Venus. Evaluate this rap, take heed, a fucking genius. Up in the sky, up high, don't puff lie. Do you smoke crack, Sam? Prepare to fucking die. Fuck Crazy Joe, my name is Crazy Flow. You thought I had 8, but I got 10 more. Off beat and on beat, old school like Beach Street. I stink like Pop's feet, make sweat with no heat.
I'm up on this track like Pam Grier in movies. I heat up the beat like water in a jacuzzi. I fly to LA, then come back to Virginia, then call Maggie New to see he's got some in there. Then back to the crib to pick up my brother G. G, don't forget to bring the house keys. Hops in the 850. Now here we go. Please, please, brother, don't slam my car door. It costs too much money to get that shit fixed. I need all my money to pay my bills with. Don't have no time for the shucking and jiving. Peep my rhyme, cause that shit's off time.
I'm in the Marriott, the place to get got. After I smoke pot, he sticks me like shots. Funky like farts, connect tongues like dots. Lick his lollipop, this kid named Scott. Me, my hot self, myself be so hot. Touch my hot spot, I scream till I can't stop. Give it to me, daddy, and yep, like Teddy, ready with the 1-2 checker, no diggity. Missy be the bedroom wrecker, double decker, make you wanna beat your pecker, and then leave your bitch, cause this be better. Jumps the boogie, jumps the boogie, jumps the boogie, jumps the boogie, jumps jumps the boogie, jumps Prepare to get wet like Jerry curl juice. You tight like virgin pussy. My rap get you loose. I bump like Acme. Take honey from a bee. My style is like a safe without the fucking key. I come cause I'm a nut. Don't bleed when I'm cut. No fan of Madonna. She just a damn slut. So sit you damn dog and bow to my shit. Nitwit, you stupid. I'm butter, don't need grips. Make fits like seizure. Lick click the pleasure. I booked and read ya. Follow the leader. Like Jews and Chinese. I own your rap lease. The whackness must cease. Prepare for your release.
I'm up in these labels trying to handle my business. Been making more beats before Jehovah had witness. Up jumps the boogie jumps me. Brother, please turn on the TV. See a black man dead from a white man's powder. See a white man scared from a black man's power. Back to reality. Please don't freaking smile at me. This is a stick up, so get up your wallet.
I'm the best. And that's B, and that's capital. I hang low like testicles. MCs wanna copy these many flows. Hoes, better back up. Folk to get slapped up. Pack up and go tell mommy that I'm back up. I'm back up. You, and your whole crew. What you gonna do? What you gonna do to me? The MIWSYE wanna back to me. It's gonna be some tragedy. I heard that.
That Timberland can make a beat, doggone it.
Oh my goodness. Listen, if anybody out there wants to do a posse song like that, I'll call me just so I can do that the Aaliyah type part. Because when I say, if you wasn't even paying attention and you hear that, you just gotta like, oh, like that groove. I love the fact that she had her own sound. Like, no, she ain't sound like nobody else, man. Like,
not at all. And there is plenty of video showing Timberland in a studio coming up with a beat and how he bounces in order to hit those buttons and move those knobs to get the vibe that he's trying to get. And that is exactly what you feel when you listen to one of his beats. It's a wonderful thing.
Yes. I love it. I'm so glad that I came across this song, because you know some stuff you just totally forget about. You totally forget about some songs, even if they bangers like that. You know what I mean? Like, you just be like, oh yes, I remember, and then you fall in love again. That's what happened to me. That's what happened to me.
Absolutely. That's why when you suggested, I was like, yes.
Yes, very funky.
We gotta do that. Just may they rest well for all of the members of that posse that are no longer with us. But man, you talk about catalog, you talk about impact. They had that in spades. And so we thank them for the time they were with us, for all that they gave. And so, you know, kind of in that same, it's sad that there are so many examples of at least one of the posse of these songs that we are sharing tonight are no longer with us, right? Like every time now, as much as I love De La Soul, there are times when hearing Dave's voice just puts me in a whole other space. Like I can't, because I was such a fan. I am such a fan. And it's like knowing that we'll never get another verse from him, it makes me sad. But there are a lot of people who pivot from that point and find a way to continue. And it's so important. Everything that De La does now, they mention Dave. Dave is still a heavenly presence in what they are doing live now. And it's the same thing with the one of the groups that is involved in the next posse cut that I'm sharing with you. Now, listen, there are a lot of producers out here who are making great music. But when it comes to assembling people for projects, there is probably maybe a handful of folks who can call on numerous people and get them to show up and agree to be one voice, or, you know, do maybe one or a couple songs on a much longer project,
right,
where lots of different people are featured.
Right.
We know DJ Khaled, that's lock, stock, and trade. That's what he does, right?
Yeah.
We know Robert Glasper is another one.
Yeah.
Brings all kinds of people together for these projects, and it's wonderful in terms of moving through these moods and everything else. But I'm here today. I'm letting you know now that my last two songs of the evening are house or dance related tracks.
Okay.
And Louis Vega,
yes,
is one such producer.
Yes, he is.
When he puts out the call, people go, "Really? Yes, I'm showing up."
When and
what
where?
do you need to do?
That's
right?
it.
What do you need me to do? And it is even more special that even though he is very much in the dance/house category, he reaches out to vocalists that come from here, there, and everywhere.
Right.
To say, I got an idea. Are you interested?
Yes.
And when you reach into gospel and the gospel folks say yes, you automatically know that you were going to get something special. Now, anybody, even if you are not a churchy person, at some point, if you are if your age begins with a 3 and up, you have heard at least one song by the Winans.
Yes, you have.
And they have very, very distinct voices.
Yeah.
But the group, the Winans, was composed of brothers. Yes. And one of the brothers passed away in 2005. Ronald Winans passed away. And you might think, you know, with these family groups, if one passes away, maybe, you know, it will not continue. They won't find a way to do it. Well, the Winans was a particular set of personnel, but they are a big family.
Very large.
And so it is nothing for them to pick up the phone and go, you know what? I got an idea. I need your voice on this. You come and you sing. And so with Louis Vega,
yes,
he needed Winans. And so they basically formed a subgroup, the twins of Marvin and Carvin,
yes,
along with little brother BB, Benjamin. Yes. And they are 3 Winans brothers, because there are more. So they are 3 Winans brothers. They record under that.
Yes.
And Louis couldn't stop there, just having that famous family on it. He was like, well, I got the men. Who am I going to call on to bring some female vocals to this gospel tinge thing? The Clark sisters.
So, one and only.
So, and they've done it more than one time. So I personally love the fact that he started something that they are continuing with him, because they released more than one song under his production.
Awesome.
So this one is the lead track? I don't know that it was track number 1, but I think it was 2017, Louis Vega released a double album of all kinds of vocals, and they answered the charge. So I share with you, are your limbs warmed up? You know,
Get
you
ready.
got your libation close behind.
The libations help with the joints. I'm just letting you know that the libations help with the joints.
This is designed, even if you're only chair dancing, which is what Shareese and I do when, you know, we're off camera. But, you know, this is designed to make you want to move. So if you are so inspired to get up, then please, by all means, do your thing. Again, this is Louis Vega production, along with 3 Winans brothers and the Clark sisters. And this song is titled simply, this is the dance ritual mix of the song Dance.
In the middle of the week, I just feel like late in the midnight.
tonight. I wanna dance.
I heard that. Hear me now. That song could have been 12 minutes long, and I would not have minded.
I remember when that song came out, and it was a banger. Okay.
Listen, and it's not doing too much. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got all kinds of just all the extra going on, trying to trying to encourage people to just act up on the dance floor.
Yes.
Woo! And I will say,
I'm so glad to have lived during the time when we have had these iconic families.
Yes, ma'am.
In multiple genres, not just gospel.
Nope.
Not just R&B, but like there are so many like family bands and groups that we lived to witness. Like living it in real time is priceless to me.
Yes.
And the Winans and the Clark sisters, amazing. I'm so glad that they did that. You know that it's worthy when they do a biopic of your family.
Yes.
That biopic was excellent. You know what I'm saying? It's like
yes.
when we have these iconic, I'm going
Look,
to say
and while we're talking about the biopic, can we just do a quick shout out to Anjanou Ellis? She is living her whole ass best life. Hear me? Her whole ass best life. I said it.
Is she in the Is she in the Shirley Chisholm movie?
No.
What is she in? She's in right now. She's
just in a bunch of stuff. Like,
oh yeah,
it's hard to turn on anything and not see her.
Anjanou Ellis is one of those people who everybody knows, but they might not know her name. And there's a few actors like that. But yes.
Just my goodness.
Yes. The Clark sisters biopic was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. The Jacksons: An American Dream was absolutely amazing.
It is still one of those where it's like, oh my goodness, if it comes on, if I catch it and it's coming on, I'm in for at least a half hour.
I'm watching it. Jason Weaver, he's grown now, but when he had Michael down pat, it was amazing to watch him on screen. I swear, and it was small screen.
Yes.
But yeah. These families that we've been blessed to have, the Hawkins family, the Silvers,
yep,
the 5-stair steps. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about, like for real.
Yes,
we have been blessed to have these family groups and bands that just like you were able to. It helped you to appreciate music and what goes into it, and so on and so forth. But yes, the Clark sisters, amazing. The Jets. Listen, I just saw a video of the Jets singing they're grown, of course. And what song was it that they sang that they were singing live? And I was singing right along. I was like, please come back.
You Got It All. Because that's the ballad. So
I think so.
But that actually, this is a perfect transition. Even though they're not a family group, this is a perfect transition into your final selection of the evening. Because even though it's not up tempo, I was like, oh, when I saw this on your list, I was like, oh, yeah.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? They are not blood related, but you can't tell these 6 men that they are not brothers. Okay. And when you talk about biopics, this
one BET got all the way right. They got this one all the way right.
Listen. This is another one of those biopics that I'm watching if it comes on. Hands down, I'm not going to not watch it. and all of us were glued to the screen, and it launched careers. It launched that biopic launched careers that are going on right now today. That's how good it was, and that's how great the casting was, that they knew who to pick. And these people, these young men went on and are, you still see them acting. That's crazy. That don't happen a lot, especially when you are first cast to portray a real living person.
Absolutely.
It's very hard to pull out of that you know, you can get pigeonholed very easily, but whoever they have in their camps, they did the right thing. They broke them out with this biopic, and then they took off, and I love it. This is another group. Again, they're not blood related, but I'm so glad that they belong to us, to our generation, because the longevity here, you talking 40 years, 40, and still going strong. And they went through their trials and tribulations. They went through breakups and fights, and they branched off into their own. They branched off
and literally bailing each other out of jail.
Literally bailing each other out of jail. Literally walking each other through addiction. Literally walking each other through fatherhood at young ages. Just like, again, you cannot tell. This is a posse. And a brotherhood, a great example of brotherhood. So when I thought of a song for New Edition, because I had to bring New Edition into this mix, I'm like, I definitely want a song with all 6 of them on it.
Yeah.
Now there's one album only with all 6 of these members on it, and that is the Home Again CD or album.
Yes, and luckily they're still together, because you know your boy Sean Combs has a curse.
And now
we know why. Now it's all
right. But look how strong New Edition is. That they are probably, well, I won't say the sole survivors of all that, but I don't know. I don't know of anybody who ain't being implicated, who hasn't been affected. New Edition is still going strong. I mean, strong, and we are all so happy to see it. Their album, after Heartbreak, they didn't have another album with all 6 of them on it. And, well, another album with all 5. The 5 on that one. But when they did Home Again, that was when they had all 6. So I was like, you know what? Let me I wanted to find a song that had all of them singing, so we could hear them all singing. You know, I love hearing Bobby sing. Bobby ain't a singer, but I love to hear Bobby sing. He brings so much energy to whatever song that he's on. And then of course you have Ronnie and Mike doing a little rap thing.
Yes.
You know, it works. And I mean, in their dynamic, it works.
Yes.
They got, as long as they got somebody singing with them, we good. You know, we good.
Yep.
So this song I chose because, again, we talking about family. They're not blood related family, but definitely, absolutely family. They grew up together the same way we grew up with them. And they definitely had their falling outs. They had the issues where they couldn't work together. Bobby was not showing up. They was getting kicked off tours and things like that. He was
the David Ruffin.
Heavy on the rough. Emphasis on the rough.
Ooh, I ain't lying.
This particular song here, oh my gosh. It speaks to redemption. Mm-hmm. It speaks to forgiveness. It speaks to reconciliation. Mm-hmm. It speaks to reflection, all the good things. Yes. You know, that we always hope that if you have a falling out with somebody who means something to you, you always hope to have these things, you know, have it come full circle and you able to love through it. The love will take you through it and get to the other side and great. And I think that's where they are now, because they chilling, they doing their thing. They done did the Vegas residency. They trying to do some more stuff. you know, I'm here for it. I love New Edition. We grew up with New Edition. They are ours. I'm so proud that they firmly belong to our generation. So from the other thing I wanted to point out on the Home Again album is we were talking about producers last time, and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis heavily influenced.
Yes,
and this is how you know they don't whereas you have producers who have a distinct sound almost always. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis across the genres, they don't. You wouldn't even know. You would not even know that they were producing all these different artists because they literally they know what sound they want for each artist, and it's not going to be the same as it was for the last artist or even the last song on that album that they're working on. So Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis produced this song that I'm playing, and also Gerald Levert produced on this album too. Two producers that we talked about last time are on this Home Again, which makes sense because these grown folks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These grown folks music. So this song here, again, I love this song. It's very sentimental to me. And because I love the fact that they actually came together and sang this song, and it's called Home Again, the title song from the album Home Again, New Edition, came out in 1996.
Yes.
I've been away for much too long. I hope you still feel I belong. I didn't mean to cause you pain. Nothing to lose, much more to gain.
Like respect, right?
So can you stand the rain?
Let me talk to him, Ralph. Just when I thought that we were through, I found my way right back to you. I can't change what happened in the past, and won't promise this time it'll last. Can you stand the rain? Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain?
On the story goes.
On the story goes. Heaven only knows.
The road of life.
The road of life. The road of life.
We will learn.
Lesson we will learn. Tell me.
People who know, they say you can't go home again. But if you ask me, I'm happy to be home again.
I stand here all alone, confused, 'cause I like living with and without you. Oh, well, our story ends like a fairy tale, or just another heartbreak. Only time will tell.
ask me. I'm happy to be. Oh, yeah.
So now you kind of understand the story, right? Me and the fellas trying to bring us back together, just like old times. Y'all know when it used to be Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, Johnny. Take it back like that. So fellas, let's take this record home. And this time, let's stay there.
I heard that. Did you feel the love, ladies and gentlemen? Ooh.
I love those guys, man. I love those guys. I went to a New Edition show by myself at the NJ Pack. It was the only, and thankfully I was going by myself because there was only one seat left in the orchestra section, and I sat in it. And
She's like, I know it was one because I.
And listen, and that was pre-bulging discuses in my back, and we stood up the whole show. The only time we sat down was when they had like a video of like a what do you call that? A video piece that they played, and that's when people sat down. But as soon as that was over, we was back up again dancing. And you know, I cannot stand to go to no show and people just standing up all around me. I was standing up with the people. You couldn't sit down. There was too much energy on that stage and in that theater, and so you literally could not sit down. And
your sister wanted to remind you she was also
you saw one. You went to one. I missed the one that you went to. I went after, because this was after I got the sleeve too. So sleeve was 2015, and that was like soon after that. But you went in 2012. I think that was the 30th. It was a reunion tour. I don't remember which one. I feel like it was the 30th reunion tour or something like that. And I missed it, and I was very upset. So when they came back,
listen. So as a time marker, I went to go see New Edition with the boy who took me to my high school prom. And that's how I knew he loved me, because what boy that likes you is going to take you to a show where you're going to be screaming about all the boys on stage?
You losing your mind over 5 boys on the stage, and you sitting next to somebody.
He said it going in. He was like, this is for you. I'm going to get a little something out of this, but this is for you.
That's
and
hilarious.
I was like, oh,
New Edition performed at my elementary school in Newark. When they first came out, I guess, you know, they were doing the school, they were Candy Girl and all that stuff. So they were kind of marketing them towards us. And they came to my school, George Washington Carver Elementary School in Newark, New Jersey, on Clinton Place. Yes, that was one of the first concerts that they did when they first broke out. That was like 83. It was right when they first came out nationally, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I did go and see the Home Again tour, where they broke, you know, I think they probably do that all the time now. They broke off into BBD and Bobby Brown. But I don't remember if he got kicked off by the time they came to New Jersey. Can't remember. I know he got kicked off.
Yeah.
But I can't remember if I saw him. I think Keith Sweat was there too. I don't know, but
so yeah. Listen, I know I know this is long because we celebrate the anniversary and we got all these stories. But at some point in the future, I've been talking about doing this podcast for forever. So we'll see if it happens at any point. But I also have Stephanie Renee has an I Met New Edition story that is hilarious. And it's long and drawn out. So it's not something I'm going to be able to share here now. But just know that there is I Met New Edition story, and it involves Budweiser Superfest. So again, when we're talking about the arc of time,
ooh, Lord,
it was quite an evening. I will say that. It was quite a weekend overall.
Oh, I just wanted to point out to y'all that even you may not have been familiar with that song. That was definitely not a single that they released off the album, but you are familiar with "I'm Still in Love with You." I'm still in love with you, and I'm still the man that's true. I'm still the man who.
They're also familiar with the Bad Boy remix of "You Don't Have to Worry" that came from that album.
You don't have to worry.
And you got to say the remix because the album version is slower.
Yes.
They put that Bad Boy stank on the remix, and that's why everybody knows that one. And Missy rhymes at the beginning. So
yes, and they got a video for it, you know.
Yes, Craig. Budweiser Superfest.
Woo, that's a long time ago.
I'm just saying, y'all, listen, you always knew that you were going to be able to see Maze featuring Frankie Beverly.
Yeah.
Regardless of what city that it went to, they were a mainstay. And then it was all these other acts that they would add to it. I think it was just an excuse. I think Budweiser just needed an excuse to take Maze on tour every year, every summer.
And they called it Superfest for a reason, because they grabbed whoever was not at home doing barbecues and stuff was always on the bill. That bill was like how the Roots picnic bill.
Yes, exactly.
Folks, that was the Budweiser Superfest bill. Like
exactly.
If somebody didn't show up, who knows? Who knew? Who knew who didn't show up?
Always 11 people on the bill. Exactly. Well, you gave us, we started with the all male, all female songs.
Yes.
And we're ending the same way. So all the warm fuzzies of New Edition, all 6 members of New Edition, is what I feel about this song, and especially knowing how you love house music.
Yes.
Any opportunity, and like I say, I feel like I've shared all the songs that I've played tonight before, but songs that feature house music royalty is always greatly appreciated. And in this moment of maturity where we sometimes start questioning whether the path that we are on is the right one, if we're doing the right thing, if we are living up to our potential, all the questions that mature people ask of themselves.
Yes.
I'm so happy that these women, who are all superstars in house music in their own right, came together to lend their voices to this particular song. And the message of it is absolutely where I feel like I am as Soul Sanctuary celebrates 22 years. And I think about what the journey is forward, what the next 22 years of this organization should feel like and look like, and the role that we are playing in moving things forward. So if you did not limber up your limbs before, then I highly encourage you to do that for the final song of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. But from a project that was titled simply House Divas, I'm just going to let you read the names on here because they are all super duper house stars. This is the club extended mix of Life. So now, when y'all hear that song, when you hear that vamp on the Dove commercial, you know where it came from.
Listen,
It slowed down
awesome.
on the Dove commercial, but you got all those women in athleisure bouncing up in the air. Do
Okay,
what you got. Do what you gotta do. That's where they got that from.
that is awesome. That's awesome, and I love the fact that and that's not the only time that these giants in the house have come together. I mean, they are like the Dawn and Barbara Tucker, and I don't know, the third name escapes
Susu
me.
probably.
It's not Susu. They
Michelle
like
Weeks.
performed together. I think it might be Michelle Weeks. Might be. But they performed together. They backed Louis Vega, and then they also have their own other songs that they recorded and released. So we are like chock full with wonderful, wonderful, wonderful songs of theirs. And anytime you hear them singing, and Susu Bobian, we don't hear enough of her. I keep telling y'all, when listen, there's always a story. When I lived downtown Newark, I remember I lived in an apartment building, and my apartment was on the back side of the building. So the courtyard down there, little playground for the kids or what have you, was underneath my window. And one day, I'm hearing what sounds like an angel. Now, normally, I was on the 6th floor. Normally, if I hear somebody, I don't care what the noise is, and I'm hearing it up at my window, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not pleased. But my God, I don't know what she was doing. I don't know why she was doing it. She probably just needed to get it out. That's what I think happened. Because when you're in an apartment, it's closed in, the windows are open, but that's not enough. And I feel like she needed to get whatever was in her out. I can't even remember if she was singing words. I just remember that I heard this voice. I had never heard her sing before. And I've never heard anything like it since then. Like, the gift. Forget about talent. That woman is gifted. Susu Bobian is gifted. We don't hear her name enough. I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care what genre you are speaking of. You don't hear Susu Bobian's name nearly enough. Underrated. But everybody who's heard her says she's amazing.
Yes.
But everybody ain't heard her. And that is a travesty for those who have not heard her sing. I'm talking about sing. And she ain't got it's very easy. She makes it look easy anyway. I can't do what she do. She was singing outside in the open air, and it rolls up to my windows on the 6th floor. And what did I do? I went and sat by my window.
I bet you did. Yeah. So it's not to disturb the moment, but to take it all in anyway.
Listen, everybody be quiet. I don't want nobody calling me. I'm busy right now. I listened until she stopped singing. And I feel like she had to get it out because, again, there wasn't an event happening back then. She was by herself as far as I know. So, but it was one of those things, you just being in the right place at the right time. And thankfully, I was able to experience that. Can nobody tell me nothing about that voice? If I never hear her sing again, I know that her gift, her vocal gift, is above and beyond absolutely most. Most. New Jersey will churn out these voices. Got Whitney.
As does Philly.
Yeah, listen. We got Philly. We got Whitney. And we already know Dawn is my favorite. Dawn is number one for me as a house artist. That's my BFF. That's my girl. She ain't no joke. Anytime she sing, I believe every word she says. Why? Because she means it.
Yes.
And it
Yes.
comes through when she sings. Barbara Tucker, still, how do you sing for decades and still sound good? Like, come on. We have legends amongst us walking around, and they are so accessible.
Yes.
They're not, hoity toity or anything. They like, one of us. And that's a part of the reason why they're so beloved, but or beloved.
Either.
Beloved is a scary movie, so I'm gonna say beloved. Sorry.
I mean, it is about a ghost.
It's creepy, very creepy. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons why we love house artists so much, because they are so accessible. You can go to listen. I'm so glad that you playing these songs, because house music festival season is about to start. We on our corner from it, and that's a great way to introduce to precurse. I can make a word sometimes, y'all, to precurse the the house festival season that starts at the end of May, round. So
yes,
that's all. That was a great song. These I have 2 songs that I'm going to be buying tonight. So that is one of them.
Awesome. I'm glad. As always, we want you to support the artists. So I hope if you are so moved, you will also go purchase the tracks. And Shareese, I mean, we real late tonight, but can you please run down our playlist for the folks that joined us later?
We had so much to say, that's why. Those sanctuaries turning 22 tomorrow. Listen, Millie's International Creations, where I get most of my accessories, they turn 8 today. You see what I'm saying? We have a lot of good Black excellence going on. So we got a lot to talk about. These posses, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so posses. A posse cuts, we normally think hip hop. We did play hip hop today. We were entrenched with hip hop, but it doesn't have to be a hip hop song. There are posse cuts that are not hip hop songs. There is one that was mentioned earlier, Self Destruction. That's a posse cut. Then of course we are the world, huge posse cut.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? These are they redid Wake Up Everybody.
Yes.
That was another posse cut. It was a remake.
Yeah.
But anyway, so posse cuts don't have to be hip hop, but we did a little mix. Tonight, we started with You Will Know by Black Men United from the Jason's Lyric soundtrack, written by D'Angelo and produced by Brian McKnight and D'Angelo together. Then we did Freedom, the Black Bag Mix, which is performed by a myriad of female artists from the 90s. We ain't gonna try to even, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do that. But it's on the Panther soundtrack from the movie Panther.
Yes, not Black Panther.
Not Black Panther. Panther. About the Black Panthers, but not
right, exactly.
They were superheroes.
Non-Marvel. It is a non-Marvel
superheroes. Yes. The movie is called Panther from 1995. The next song that we did was Flavor in Your Ear, the Craig Mack song remix that featured Biggie, Rampage, LL, and Busta.
Yes.
And then we had She Wants to Move, Native Tongues remix. That's what I'm buying.
I'm buying. If you can find it.
Oh Lord, don't say that.
I'm just saying.
Oh no, I saw where I can get it from. Okay. It's actually from Nerd and Friends, our boy Pharrell Williams, who is aging backwards. And you can find it. Look for it on an album called the iTunes Festival London 2008.
Nice.
Then we did Up Jumps the Boogie. We rolled a little bit down to VA with Timbaland and Magoo, along with Missy Elliott, Genuine, Static Major, and Aaliyah. Right? Okay, that's all of them. Listen, that was a posse. We lost a bunch of the people from that posse, and major, but thankfully they made a major impact on the music industry before they left this realm. Then we did Dance, the Louis Vega Dance Ritual Mix, performed by the three Winans brothers and the Clark sisters.
Yes.
And then we did Home Again by all of our favorites, New Edition. We all love New Edition. I know everybody in this chat loves New Edition. And it was from their Home Again album from 1996. And then we ended out with a female posse of house divas. And the song was called Life, the House Extended Mix. And just in case you did not know, it featured Barbara Tucker, Michelle Weeks, Susu Bobian, Sabrina Pope, and Dawn Tallman. That's it.
Listen, he is finally, if you've seen him
a little
more
bit
recently, he's finally just starting to show a little bit of maturity
just
around the face, but he still has beautiful skin. Listen,
yeah,
if you don't, whatever vampire blood he's drinking, whatever, it is keeping his skin smooth as a baby's butt.
Yeah.
He got something going on.
He looked like he maybe aged about five years in the 20
30 years, right?
We've known him.
Same thing with Lenny. Listen, if the key is doing whatever those bench sit-ups, throw-ups in leather pants and motorcycle boots, is the key to it. I don't know that I'm gonna get there.
I'm gonna start working on the leather pants and motorcycle boots, and maybe that'll help me. Shoot.
But I respect it. I respect that game because he was throwing up them weights like it wasn't nothing.
You are not going to see Lenny. You're never going to see Lenny Kravitz in anything else but whatever he wears on stage. When he walking down the street, he wearing that. If he going to the gym, that's what he's wearing. You're going to get leather.
It's cold. He wearing that with a long scarf.
Listen, he put a scarf on. What? That's it. There ain't no in betweens. Ain't no sneakers, jeans, sweatpants. Lenny Kravitz. Tiffany. Lenny Kravitz works out, and he works out clearly, and he works out in leather pants and motorcycle boots. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, he had a see-through shirt. He had a mesh shirt. He might put a mesh shirt on, because he don't want to be naked. He put a mesh shirt on so that it can catch whatever sweat went from him lifting weights and stuff.
I just need you to see the video with his trainer holding his ankles in the motorcycle boots while he is throwing up these weights to do a sit-up. Like,
listen,
it's very meta.
But
it's hilarious.
Trainer's like, I'm already used to this. You can film it if you want to. This house been going for years.
Yep.
Because clearly that man works the heck out. That ain't just genetics. It's genetics in there, but it's also because Roxy Roker was a big beautiful. Okay.
That is true. Shareese and I also have a Lenny Kravitz story.
I have very
that's all I'm gonna say. New Orleans Jazz Fest and a lot of weed in the audience. It was quite an evening.
Very few regrets do I have in my life, and that story includes one of my life's biggest regrets. Not bringing a camera to that daggone concert because the ticket said don't bring no cameras. They're gonna get confiscated.
We're trying to be law-abiding citizens. We didn't want to take a chance on not being able to get in because we tried to bring a camera, and we were the ones who didn't get the memo because everybody had a camera.
This wasn't even phones. This was regular cameras. Disposable cameras, regular cameras, and we were this close to the stage. We were like this.
We could see him sweat, y'all. We could watch a drop of sweat trail down his entire body. We were that close,
and not one photo to prove it.
So if either one of us starts to get dementia, we're gonna have to keep reminding each other of that story so it doesn't get lost.
Right.
So we can continue to share it with people, but we will work that into a future show.
Yes.
Let's put it that way. This has been fun, y'all. Thank you. I was sad about not being able to like have a party because I got so much going on this week. I was like, there's no way I can handle actually doing a live event. But
we have to plan. The 25th is gonna come soon.
Yeah.
So we have to plan. I think I have one of them prehistoric beetles flying around in here. And because I keep hearing buzzing, and I'm like, I'm getting paranoid because
Shareese doesn't deal with insects very well, y'all. So that is the cue for us to say good night. Thank you for spending some of your evening with us. Cast a thought towards Soul Sanctuary tomorrow, if you will, and just help us continue the good vibes on this 22nd anniversary. And we are showing no signs of slowing down or stopping. So we are thankful to have you along for the ride. So mwah, mwah, mwah to each and every one of you. And Lord willing, we do it all over again in 2 weeks. We hope you will tune in again at that time.
Good night.